What's up, everybody? We are here. We are your Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. It's another Wednesday, and we're just hanging out, having some fun. It's Christmas weekend here coming up here. Ambrosia, are you excited?
I am so excited. One thing, like one of my students, like spot on. She was like, "I just always feel like it's so rushed," and I was like, "Yeah, like I feel like there hasn't been a chance. Like I haven't had a chance to like settle down and like just like decorate cookies." So that's my plan to do in the next couple days. Is like try to do all the Christmassy stuff.
I know you are known on TikTok as Comics and Cupcakes, where you talk about comic books and baking, and so that's part of your world. So, Ambrosia, how are you not baking this year, man?
I know I am making cinnamon rolls tonight. Which those take some time. And then
so do you have like a family recipe or like these world renowned like
not a family recipe. I mean, like, I don't know about you, Joey. Like, my family recipes, like, are tortillas and, like,
right.
arroz con leche, like, that type of thing.
Right.
So cinnamon rolls were definitely not a family thing.
Mhm.
But, it is something that, like, I enjoy. Yeah. It's taken some time to, like, find one that I like. So, yeah. Have you guys done any, like, family baking or anything?
My wife has gone crazy with all the family baking. It's been actually really fun. Yeah, it's been really good because I think it was for her birthday or something like that. I forget when we got it. One year we got her a really good KitchenAid, and so she loves that thing. She uses it all the time, and my mom just recently bought her one of the mixing fixtures that scrapes the edge. She's like, yes, it works so well. Like, so
there's an edge scraper thingy.
Yeah, so she went absolutely crazy, like making all kinds of cool stuff. She actually is down there right now as we speak with the boys making cut out cookies or something like that. She did something cool in that. So she already put the dough away and let it sit, and then so now they're doing all that project right now. So I'm missing out on that.
I know.
Yeah,
no, baking is a process.
Right? I know. It's
like
absolutely
no one
great.
Understands. Like my husband's like, why don't you just like bake? Because it takes like a lot of time.
It's so crazy, Ambrosia. We watch all these baking shows on because my son, he's 3. One of my sons, and his name is Remy, and he really loves baking with mom, so he goes up there and
wait, his name is Remy?
Yes, Remy.
I think it's meant to be because of like Ratatouille.
Well, right, there you go. And then he's like, well, we named him after Remy Grayson, so obviously Robin, my favorite Robin, and then my favorite X-Men, which is one of my favorite X-Men, which is Gambit. Don't ever tell my wife because she'll say that's not true. But yes, we've been doing all kinds of cool stuff for holidays. So yeah, we're excited, super excited. But Ambrosia, we got to open up the show here with one of our first segments here where we talk about.
Kevin. Sorry,
Kevin's our buddy over there. We talk about what is on our watch list. And there's tons of good stuff out there, but there's one big, huge thing that it was on both of our watch lists since the last time we spoke to each other. We'll get into that here. Let's talk a little bit about what's on your watch list. All right, this is part of the show where we talk about what is on our watch list, where we talk about what we're watching, what we want to watch, or what could be coming or going. Ambrosia, this week I know there's a big, huge movie that's out in the theaters. There's a couple of them. One dropped today, Matrix 4, right?
Yes.
And then obviously Spiderman No Way Home. We're gonna be talking a little bit about that at the tail end of the show.
And then we also got the finale of Hawkeye.
And finale of Hawkeye today. So we have tons of stuff. We're not going to talk about Hawkeye this time. We're also not going to talk about Matrix. We'll do it next time, which possibly could be in the next year. We'll see. Right. We'll see you next year. We get to do that thing today, Ambrosia. We get to see you next year.
Which oddly enough, like I'm never on top of Hawkeye or like things that come out on Wednesdays, but I was
Uh-huh.
actually able to because I was home today. Um,
That's awesome.
right, and so I got re-caught up on all of it all, and it was a good one. But I've heard mixed things about The Matrix right now, so we
Really?
haven't decided
Okay.
if we're gonna see it in theaters or not. I don't think we are. I actually think that
Okay.
Tommy's watching it right now on HBO.
Yeah. Dude, he's watching it without you. How dare he? No.
I've never seen the first one.
Oh my gosh, Ambrosia. The first one's the best one, if anything. I've watched all of them. I love The Matrix. It was one of those cool movies out back when I was in like high school or just out of high school. But there's always that one friend, right, Ambrosia? We had that one friend who wore a leather trench coat, and we live in Arizona where it's 115,
Oh, man.
120 degrees sometimes, and he still wore this trench coat, and it was like, and these like crazy small glasses, and we're like, oh my gosh, we even gave him a Matrix name and everything. We called him .com.
Oh, wait, were you guys like really friends with him, or was he just like a kid?
He was a friend, but he was just like, I mean, he's a cool dude. He was just very eccentric. It was just, I mean, come on, we've all went through those crazy phases, right? I've been there.
So.
I'm not gonna fault him. I won't fault him. I've been there.
No, not at all. I mean, I used to like show. I can't really say much. My style hasn't really changed much. Like I had like two until this day. I had like two styles. Like I'm either like in my like teacher mode with like look how cute my pockets with like my dress.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm either like super like girly and into dressy, or
Yeah.
I wear band t-shirts or superhero t-shirts. Most of the time they're like little boy t-shirts from the little boy section, and I've always been like that. Like in high school I was either like super really girly or like I remember I was in cheerleading, and first off, when I first wore my cheerleading uniform to school, the kids thought that I was making a joke like to the cheerleaders.
Oh no.
Because I was like super like I have pink hair, I'm like emo, but then I was like an emo cheerleader. It was
That's what's up.
but I would get in trouble because I would show up to practices. We would have to wear the same things, like
Uh-huh.
we had a schedule of our practice uniforms to wear, and I would always show up in like Spider-Man boxers and Converse and like
Oh my gosh.
either like superhero or band t-shirts, and I'd be like, sorry, they're in the laundry, when they weren't.
You're like, yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't.
So
In
I
high
think-
school.
Yeah,
In high school, I was the punk rocker. So, and that may not sound too crazy, right? But I lived in a small little farming town in California, in like northern central California, where the town is so small. Everybody probably has some kind of background where they know each other for years, or they're probably family. So it's one of those things. So it was really bad. So a bunch of farming guys and a punk rocker with crazy hair.
I like it. Did you ever have Liberty Spikes?
I did. I had chaos spikes.
Yes.
I literally had Liberty Spikes in the front only, nothing in the back.
Gosh, I love it.
I had it all. So yeah, that was my phase. I'm still pretty punk rock.
I would agree.
But yeah, I am I went through, let's just say that it was hard walking through the grocery store in that town dressed like a punk rocker.
I bet.
So, but yeah, that was my phase. So I don't fault anybody in their phases. Whatever, that's cool. You went through a Matrix phase. It's all good.
Ooh, let us know if you ever had a phase. Like,
what was your phase? I know Kevin Descent has had a phase. What was your phase, buddy?
Kevin, did you always wear like Stone Cold Steve Austin shirts?
Yep, Goldberg shirts. We used to have some Stone Cold shirts, but when Goldberg came on the scene, everybody had Goldberg shirts. Not even a joke.
I think Steve Austin's the only wrestler right now. Ooh, and then the guy who plays Peacemaker, what's his name?
Oh, John Cena.
Yep. And then The Rock, he was a wrestler.
Yeah, there you go. Ambrosia, we got some breaking news. Breaking news. We have breaking news. There's rumors that we just might get a Joker in Batman, and you will get blown away about who and who it actually might be.
Not Jared Leto.
No, and it's not Jared Leto, and it's not Joaquin Phoenix. It's somebody entirely better. And I was like, why didn't we think of this?
Really?
Yes. Let me share my screen with you guys and show you because I don't know if you may know who this person is. You may have seen him already in a DC film or
a
Marvel film. So
yes. What is his name?
The Eternals.
Yeah, he was Jurig.
Yes, and his name is Barry. I can't say his last name, but it's really hard. And he's an Irish guy. But dude, it's this, like, how good would he be? And you guys aren't supposed to see all this other stuff over here because whatever, we're gonna talk about.
I think he would be. What is it, Barry Keoghan?
Yes, yeah, I couldn't say his last name. That's hard.
I think he would be so good. When I first watched Eternals, did you watch Fantastic Beasts and
Fantastic Beasts? Yeah.
Yeah. He reminded me of the kid, like what's his name? And
the lead actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a handful of other really good things too. He was in that really good thing, good movie about Stephen Hawking, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, that very ssimilar, like, traits, and I think that they would do both, like, really well in, like, the dark role.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I agree.
I would be stoked for that.
And Kevin says that he went to Catholic school through 12, so he had a uniform, but as soon as I was home, I was a comic nerd with weird jokes and shirts. Yep, I think we were all there, right?
Yeah.
I've always been a geek nerd, whatever it was. So yeah, that was cool. When I saw that this just literally just popped up right before we came on live, that they dropped this news.
I was gonna say I didn't hear anything about it.
It's a rumor. So it's a rumor. So the sources that it dropped on, they did say that they did try to reach out to DC. They have not heard back from them, but this was like rumored from today. So
I would be excited. I think he would be a really good one. Especially, like, I don't know. I would also like to see, like, some other villains besides the Joker. Especially because we've had, like, the Joker so much in the most recent years. But I'm all down for it. I mean, I also complained about Spider-Man, so...
Right, we have so many Spider-Mans, and now everybody's like, I want all kinds of different... We'll talk about... No spoilers right now, because at the tail end of the show, we'll talk full spoilers of Spider-Man No Way Home. So if you guys want to talk full spoilers, we'll do that here very soon. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this real quick, Ambrosia, because now since I have this up, you guys can see it. Let me pull this up here. Empire, so Batman hit the cover of Empire, and look how cool this is. We got a really clean shot of Batman suit, right? We've seen that, but I don't think we've seen the Catwoman suit. Have you, Ambrosia?
No.
Here we go.
Oh, look at Zoe Kravitz.
And this is the first time I'm seeing it, like, up close. I don't even know if she's. Does this mean we're going to see her in a Catwoman suit?
I'm gonna say yes.
Somehow, like, look how good this looks. Like, this is. So
I don't think they would like put this out there and not. I think no, she looks amazing. Also, random. Did you know that Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum were dating?
I did not.
I did not know that either.
Because he's never mind. He lucked out on that one. But you're probably wondering, like, why the heck is Joey talking about an Empire magazine? Yeah, it's probably because Batman, right? No, yeah, it is that, but that's not the real reason. The real reason this thing caught my eye. The real reason caught my eye was this image. Look how awesome this is, Ambrosia. You know who did this?
Who?
None other than the comic book creator known as Jock.
Jock?
Yeah, Jock. He's done some other books. He's got another book that's gonna be dropping that I want to talk about here later on. This is the book that he's got here that's out this week.
Yeah.
This was from Jock, and
Oh.
he did this here
Oh, jock,
for
as in like I thought it was like a French like
Jock. It might be.
JAQ,
Who
but
knows?
like no, it's
Who
like
knows?
jock, like straight up like JOCK.
Yeah, Jock. So he did this right here as well. It's exclusively for this Empire magazine. Like, so if you guys are collectors of his work, you're definitely gonna want to grab this. Like,
Yeah, that's
look how
cool.
gorgeous this is. This is
No,
freaking cool.
I like when there was like when they have those matchups or like when they have
Hmm.
people in like the comic book world like actually like show their work for people who don't always keep up with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good job, Jock.
This is cool, right? Good job, right? And then here's them together
Side
here,
by side.
side by side. Really, really cool. I thought that was awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me pull this out of the stream.
I did
Super
hear
cool.
Zoe Kravitz say that so like I've been in like a rabbit hole of celebrities. Typically I don't
Mhm.
really like keep up with celebrities, but then after like Spider-Man and I like went on a deep dive on uh people and like their relationships like in like Spider-Man, like cuz
Oh
we
yeah,
could say that Tom Holland and Zendaya are dating in real life. So then
now,
like
right?
I went yeah, so then I went on a rabbit hole, and somehow I ended up on her Wikipedia page and realized that they were dating, her and Channing
Oh
Tatum.
really?
Yeah,
That's funny. So you just started like searching who's dating who.
yeah.
So who else did you find out, right? Ambrosia. Who else is dating?
Well, I learned. Well, and then I did a deep dive of like people Zendaya was dating
Uh-huh.
prior to Tom Holland. Which she have you watched the show Euphoria? The show that she's in on HBO
No, I
or on
haven't seen that
Hulu.
one yet. Is it good?
Yeah, it's a good one. As well, it's about not one for the family.
Okay.
It's about like a young high schooler who's Zendaya who's addicted to drugs.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and then let's see who else did I find out was who was dating. I don't know, just like random facts that I just learned.
That's super
Like
interesting.
Zoe Kravitz was like producing this movie that she was like, I absolutely need Channing Tatum on. So then Channing Tatum was like, yeah, I'm all for it, because apparently like he's a large like feminist and has a whole nother side of him that he doesn't show to society.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay,
That's kind of
okay,
cool. That's actually really cool.
yeah.
I think it's always really cool when you notice that creators or actors and stuff like that, they all like there's more to them. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing here with some more DC news.
Okay.
Shazam could be bringing in a big DCEU hero. Have you heard about this one, Ambrosia?
No, more than Black
So,
Adam.
so comicbook.com reported that they could be possibly bringing in Wonder Woman into
Really?
Shazam, because I guess they're going to be um they are going to be the big bads are going to be I don't think they're necessarily going to be Amazons, but I think they might be, but they're going to be, so obviously they're going to goddesses. That's what they're going to be. So obviously she's going to need to come in and, help out a little bit. So could we see,
Interesting. That would
could we
be
see
so
that?
cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good. Because for one, I haven't watched Wonder Woman 84 just be
Mhm.
I haven't sat down and watched it, but for two, like I've heard like also mixed signals about that one.
Really? Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, it's a little cheesy. And
did you
I
like
could
it?
see, I love cheesy movies, but I
So do
mean,
I.
but it was hard.
This is
I
why
can
I
understand
can't
it was a little hard to watch.
this is why I can't be a movie critic because I love everything.
Right. Right.
Like I was like,
Same
yes,
thing.
that was so
Same here.
cheesy, but it was really good.
Right. It was really good. Yeah. So we could be seeing Wonder Woman in Shazam. Super interesting. Um, I, I'm all about it. I just don't know. I just hope that we can see Wonder Woman do better. Yeah, a lot of people hated Wonder Woman 84, so we'll see. Um,
Yeah, so maybe we could get like a good redemption story in
Yeah,
that.
maybe we'll get some kind of. That's where I'm going with that. Um, Here's some Blue Beetle news. They were
Ooh.
talking about how they were going to be dropping it on HBO Max and in theaters. Now, Blue Beetle is moving to theatrical release only.
Oh,
So,
really?
so tons of other movies might be following suit. Literally, after hearing about all the box office news from Spider-Man No Way Home, because they have like I think right now there was like a dispute where they were saying that Spider-Man No Way Home was the most grossing box office opening day, and then it got bumped down to the second, and then now it's so there's disputes there whether they're first or second most grossing. Who whatever, they made tons of money where they didn't,
Right.
there where movies weren't expecting to do that at this time, especially when, and they literally said, because of the Omicron variant is on the rampant rise. Still, besides all that, they were still able to make tons and tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
So Blue Beetle's like, well, let's move this to theatrical release only, because if they're gonna go wild over that, they're gonna go
See,
wild over this,
but
especially if
like,
we create some hype.
didn't it? Okay, but like Spider-Man hype, that was a whole different type of hype. Like, I don't know if you could recreate that hype.
Yeah,
Because that was a whole nother like, I mean, for one, not a ton of people know who Blue Beetle were or who Blue Beetle is
Mhm.
necessarily.
Yeah,
Um I just read Kevin's comment. Um but not, I mean, most people have watched either one Spider-Man movie, whether it was Toby, Andrew, or um Tom. And so the fact that like there could have been a possibility and like all these rumors of
mhm.
like I think the rumors are really what like hyped this movie up. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to get that with DC, with Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
But also, I don't like how they
right.
went back on it. Like they already said they were gonna release it on HBO, and then now they're like, just kidding.
Just kidding. Sorry for you guys. Um, I'm I'm torn. Every time I tell you that I go to the movies, I know you saw what I saw in there, and they were preaching again, weren't they, Ambrosia, about how you can only watch these movies in the theater, and that's the only way that they were meant to
I
be
must miss
watched.
these because I don't think the only one I've seen is like the one with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I watched that one, but
There's another one where I was like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? They were doing it with, I think they were doing it with the Multiverse of Madness teaser that they kind of did. They
oh,
did it
did
with
they?
that. Yeah, I think they
What
did
did they
that.
do
Well,
for that one?
or maybe they didn't. I think it was. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting mixed up, but I don't know. I don't know. They're preaching. They're preaching too much, Ambrosia. Don't preach to me about watching. That's the only way I can watch a movie. Because what you're gonna do to me is you're gonna make me not want to watch a movie ever in the theater. Stop that.
Oh, and I don't know. For me, like I enjoy watching movies in the theater more. But for
I
me,
love it
it's
too.
different because like I am such a busy bee that like when
Mhm.
I'm home I can't just like relax because I'm constantly like doing other things, or like even if I'm watching a movie at home I'm always like on my computer doing like something else. So like being
Mhm.
at the theater like forces me just to focus on the movie. Um, but yeah, they shouldn't preach it to you though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's all good. Whatever. Let's see what else we got here, Ambrosia. We got some more stuff to talk about. Oh, this is some good news. This is kind of cool news, Ambrosia. There's so Ben Affleck is in a movie with George Clooney, and we
Okay.
know that both of them have played Batman roles, right?
Yes.
And so has Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton just happens to be in the Flash movie. Um, there's also news that we
Are
also
we gonna get a Batman multiverse?
I don't know. I don't know. But here's some rumors for you. Could George Clooney's Batman return in the Flash?
That would
So
be so
the
cool.
reason why I'm saying this is because Ben Affleck was on one of the late night talk shows talking to him, and he was asked if they're ever gonna, if we're gonna see him in the Flash movie, or we're gonna, so he said, I don't know if he's there or not. So people are like, he said that he could be. He's used the word, I don't know, he could be. So people are like, because he's in the movie and he's filmed on the set. You know what I mean? He knows who's there. But he did try to say, well, I didn't even see Michael Keaton. You know what I mean? And they're both in the same movie. But come on, he knows Michael Keaton's in the movie, right?
Right.
So, are we gonna get are we gonna get a freaking Batverse?
That would be so cool.
How cool is this? After all this stuff, if they're still shooting some stuff, why wouldn't they shoot a handful of good stuff to just like give it to us?
That
Cool would that be?
That would be super cool. Except for Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is a little bit on my poop list right now.
Why is that?
Because he was saying,
is he hurting J-Lo?
No, he was hurting his previous wife, Jennifer Gardner, and I love Jennifer Gardner. And he was like, I was an alcoholic because of her. But like she like set up so many like interventions, and like she really did like her best to protect him. And I'm like, go ahead, blame your wife. But
right.
So he's on my poop list right now. That is fine.
I understand.
If we could get a multiverse, that would be amazing.
Right? How cool would that be if we can see them? But here's some other news. We could be getting Michael Keaton Batman in the Batgirl HBO. I think, is it a series or film? I don't know.
I think it's a series.
We could be getting Michael Keaton's Batman in there because I guess recently they dropped his name in the cast list. They are not. They are saying that it's not a final, but people are like hopeful that we could be seeing him reprise his role one way or another in Batgirl. So now with that kind of establishes where that is, if we're gonna get like a flat, like a multiverse or I
think that would be so good. And I think like that they have seen what Marvel is doing, because Marvel has been kicking butt with like all of this like multiverse, with like everything tying in with each other. Like it has been so good that I think like Batman, like we need to also get this in like the DC universe as well.
Yes, I'm all about that. We need more of it. More and more and more.
But let's like get our ducks in a row and hire like some decent directors and people to produce them, because like they've had like really good opportunities to make some awesome content and some movies, and sometimes it falls short.
I agree.
And that's like DC, like their writing and comics is great, but like they need some help in the film.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, Marvel's got the algorithm or the whatever it is that you want to call it, right?" And then you go and see DC, but this is the hopeful thing, right? I'm hopeful that this Flash movie is going to bring everything back together. How like this multiversal thing is going on in the Marvel universe. We're going to talk a little bit about how everything connects in the Marvel universe here in a little bit once we go into our full on spoiler talk for Spider-Man at the tail end of this episode. Yeah, super cool. Ambrosia, have you been a fan of Cobra Kai? You've been watching it, right? No? Okay. You gotta watch this.
It's because I asked if it was sad, and someone told me it was sad, and
it's so good. You have to get past, because Ambrosia, we have news that wait, that's not the news. This is the news right here, that Cobra Kai season 5 wraps ahead of season 4 debut.
Season 5?
We haven't even gotten a season 4 yet on Netflix yet, but they've already wrapped on season 5.
Wait, there's a season 3?
there's a
I
season
thought there was
4
only season 1
coming
and
out.
2.
So season 1 and 2 were originally on, I believe, YouTube, right, when they did that whole thing, and then they moved over to Netflix, I think, during 3. I'm not quite sure. I think that's right.
Okay.
And then they got 4 and 5 coming out over there at Netflix too. But this is really cool because it makes me interested how the story is going to play out. Are we going to have this one huge, big, long cliffhanger as well? Because it feels like, and I haven't done my research, so don't quote me on this, but it feels like season 1 and 2 kind of felt a little bit like that. But as I'm kind of watching it play out in my head again, they've all have different haircuts, so it could be sometime after that. So it's probably not. They didn't probably film season 1 and 2 together. So, but yeah, I'm really interested and intrigued how they're going to do season 4 and 5 together. But I'm excited. But that means we all got to get out there and watch season 4 so that they don't freaking cancel it because we know they already have it out.
Is it a good one?
It's really good. I think it's really good. You gotta watch it. If you've watched Karate Kid and you like that story, they do a really good job kind of wrapping everything up and giving you like a more fullness of the story. And you're just like, it's this real nice hefty story where there was some stuff you're just like, I really wish I knew a little bit more about that. They give it to you here. So
okay,
it's really good. I think it's really good.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't. I think it takes me a minute to like start a show, but then, so for instance, The Witcher. I have never watched The Witcher. I have the books. They're on my list of to read. Like, I think I told you that I refuse to buy any more books until I read all the ones that I have. And I've been going really, really strong on that. But I have the Witcher books, but I never have watched it. And so, like I know Tommy has watched it, and he had it on. I'm like, what is this? He's like, The Witcher. And he's rewatching season 1 for season 2.
I need to finish it up. I haven't finished season 1. I think there was something else that I was doing during that time, and I did not get to finish it. So I need to go back and rewatch and finish it because I think season 2 just dropped a few days back.
Yeah.
So I gotta go do that. Dude, winter is amazing for TV, Ambrosia.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So much.
And so he had it on. I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "The Witcher," and I was like, "Oh." And then I watched one episode, and I was like, okay, I'm hooked. And I felt bad because I'm like, okay, what is this person? What are they doing? help me understand. And I think I'm catching on. But
Go
it's
back
really good
and catch
so far.
up, Ambrosia. Dang it.
I am. And so I think it just takes me like someone just has to turn it on, and I have to just like be there to watch it. I don't know.
You know what you don't have to catch up on, Ambrosia?
What?
Is some Harry Potter, because we're gonna be returning to Hogwarts. How do you feel about that?
I love Harry Potter so much. Like,
have you heard about this, right?
It was Kevin. I think random. But speaking of Kevin, because he was in here, and I replied to him on Twitter because he's like, "Why are they trying to make Harry Potter movies Christmas movies?" And I was like, "What's the problem here, Kevin?" I don't know. They are Christmas movies. I consider them Halloween movies. I consider them Christmas movies. I consider them all movies. So, Kevin, I don't see the problem here. But no, I have not heard about. I've heard rumors, but I didn't know if there was anything.
Ambrosia, while you tell everybody why Harry Potter is a Christmas movie, I'm gonna go turn off the baby monitor in my room that I accidentally kept on.
Okay. Well, in case you haven't noticed, I am a Harry Potter fan. I have like my little books right there that I reread. And it is considered a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas. So if Die Hard could be a Christmas movie, then yes, see, exactly, Kevin. Because
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
See, if Die Hard could be a Christmas movie, then Harry Potter could be a Christmas movie.
I will fight you. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So is Harry Potter then.
And okay, all right, I'm convinced. If Harry, if all right, there we go. But you've heard about this though, right, Ambrosia?
Mm-mm,
Return to Hogwarts.
mm-mm.
So it's going to be a special. All the I don't know how many of the actors are going to be getting back together and kind of revisiting different things. It's a really cool special. So they dropped the
Oh,
trailer, and it is really cool stuff. So if you're a real big fan of Harry Potter, this is something you're definitely going to want to be into. I think I'm probably going to watch it with my son because
is he?
he's shown an interest in Harry Potter recently. So
Oh, how old is he?
11.
So I know that, so you, for one, that's a great age to start reading the Sorcerer's Stone. Especially because, like, and at this age, because,
Mhm.
like, he could kind of grow up with Harry Potter because
I think he's
Harry
got it.
Potter
I
is,
think he's
like,
got one or two of them.
is, he gets his letter when he turns 11.
Oh my gosh,
Um,
he's gonna turn 12 in July of next year. So yeah, that'd be good for him to read.
yeah,
Check it
and then just like real quick, if you guys want to get
Yeah.
like super fancy, you guys could get to
Is that your letter?
yeah. So my husband like went for it. This was my Christmas present last year. Oh, don't look at my address. But like
Flip it around to the.
they actually have like the Hogwarts out in London, like the
Uh-huh.
but like you could actually like you could have them send you a letter, and like they send you the letter like with your full name and everything, and
That's
then like
so cool.
that you've been
That's so cool.
accepted, and then like they even give you like your stuff of like what you need.
Mhm. So can you like pay them to give you like a rejection letter?
Ooh, probably.
That'd be kind of cool to have like an acceptance letter and a rejection letter.
I think they just don't send you one, like, because
They're
I've
just
been
like,
sending my request in for years to be accepted, and they never sent me one.
oh my
So
god,
I gotta. My husband had to pay them to send me one.
that's funny.
No,
But yeah,
but
that's cool.
they
That's really
also have. They've been re-releasing the books into graphic novels as well.
oh wow.
So like I bought those for my nieces, because it's beautiful artwork in there.
That's awesome. All
But
right,
that would be
Ambrosia.
so cool. I would be stoked to see the cast come back together.
Yeah, super cool. All right, Ambrosia, that's all I've got here. Let's go ahead and talk about what's in your pull list really quick, and then right after that, let's get into some spoilery talk
Okay.
of Spider-Man. What do
I'm
you
so
what do you
excited.
what do you think? You feel good about that?
Oh my gosh, I've been so pumped. Like that's all I've been talking about for
All right,
a week.
awesome. All right, let's go ahead and move right into Ambrosia's pull list breakdown.
Hello, it is time for my breakdown of my comic books this week. I think this week is a little. I don't remember how expensive it is going to be, but we shall find out.
And I prepared this time.
Yay!
I have hopefully let's see if I have it all in order, Ambrosia. This should be
You
your
got
first
this.
one, correct?
Yes, and I have been super behind on reading Spider-Man, but I started to super behind, I didn't even start this new story arc, which started at issue number 74. So I just read that last night and a few issues afterwards.
Mhm.
But they actually, if you have been a Spidey fan, definitely check out. I don't know. I just made a complaint about Sins Past because in that storyline, Gwen Stacy has an affair with Norman Osborn, and they have kids together.
Mhm.
And they finally it was awful. So they finally changed that, so it's not it didn't happen.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
goodness, because I hated that storyline. So I've heard mixed reviews about this upcoming storyline, but I'm going to continue to read it. So
What's gonna be happening? So is that what's going on in this storyline right here?
We finally got rid of Kindred. So Kindred has been all of Spencer's run, which is a new villain that was created, and it was like Spencer's run of Spider-Man was a really really rough one. So we finally got over that, and now we're gonna see a clone. Ben Reilly shows up.
So spoiler alert, just in case.
Oh yeah. Well, that was he showed up 10 issues ago.
I'll put this out here for you guys. Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you're 10 issues behind, Ben Reilly's in there.
There you go. All right. What's up next, Ambrosia? Boom.
Next is Moon Knight. I have been really liking Moon Knight a lot. And I'm very excited for the upcoming movie.
Yeah, this is kind of a crazy cool cover. Really cool. It almost looks like he's laying in a puddle and you can see the reflection. It's kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's been a great storyline, so I'm excited to follow that up.
So what's been going on in this one?
Moon Knight is going through a lot of identity issues, which
like always.
I think with almost every superhero this year in general always has some issues going on. But like his will of like wanting to do good and trying to prove himself as being good has really been heartwarming to see. So I think I haven't read issue 5 yet, but that's also on my little checklist to do. So issue 1 through 4 has been really good.
Cool.
Ooh, Venom. I also haven't read issue 2 yet, but that's on my plan tonight. Venom, if you have been... This follows the storyline of the King in Black series. So if you haven't read that series, I don't know if it's a spoiler. But Eddie Brock is now the King in Black. And his son is Venom now. And so it is like big, and it was so good. I loved it so much.
Wow.
I love that they actually took the storyline from King in Black and like moved it over here.
Really cool. Interesting.
Well, yeah, and I was super like nervous because what's his face? Donny Cates had been writing Venom, and V has I mean, when you have like someone who's as good as Donny Cates with such a big title, switching over could be intense. But he's been doing fabulous.
Cool.
Ooh, House of Slaughter. Definitely check out if something's killing the children before you jump into House of Slaughter, because they come into the same world. But these monsters are insane, and only children could see them, unless you have like a special like view of them. Something's Killing the Children has been wonderful. James Tynion has been killing it with everything he writes. So this is just focusing on a different character that we were introduced to, and Something's Killing the Children.
Cool.
Ooh, Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. So obviously part of the reason why they brought this one out is because of the show. But so it's just been wonderful to see her again. And then this one focuses on her. I mean, if you've been watching Hawkeye, you know that she doesn't have like the best relationship with her family. And we also see that in this comic, while also wanting to do good and being like a PI. And so she is being... her family needs her to help out like this investigation. So it's been fun.
Cool. That one sounds really cool.
I'm super behind on anything Star Wars. They have just been pushing out so many books that I need to like sit down and binge them. So I'm gonna buy it. Haven't read it yet.
And there we go.
Ooh, Eat the Rich. Have you heard of this one, Joey?
I heard of it. I haven't read it yet.
This is about like a cannibalistic family who's like super super rich. It's So it's not really like eat the rich. The rich is actually eating you.
Oh,
But it's been like they hire on
that's a
people.
crazy cover. Oh, that's a
It's
crazy
been
cover.
so good. I've loved the series.
And this is from Boom Studios. Wow, Boom Studios putting this out, huh? That's crazy.
Hmm.
That's cool.
This is a really fun time traveling one. I'm like 4 issues behind on this one, but it's been
I
really
love
cool.
this cover though.
Their artwork has been so cool. The time travel in here has been like super super cool. So you could like pay, you could pay to like time travel to a different time era. So like 1984.
Mhm.
You could, yeah, it's been super neat. And so this guy's like stuck in time loops. Ooh,
Wow.
Wastelanders Hawkeye. We had Wastelanders Wolverine came out last week. I've been super excited because we had Old Man Logan and now we have Old Man
Mhm.
Hawkeye.
Nice.
Nubia, the Amazons. I'm behind an issue, but I think we have Medusa in here. I'm super stoked about that. Miss Marvel, this is also Behind the Limit, which so is Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm curious to know how this Behind the Limit is going to connect. I don't know yet.
Cool.
Phoenix Song Echo, I'm also behind an issue, but I think we're going to be seeing a lot more Echo, and I think she's going to be having a spin-off. So I really wanted to get caught up with Echo. Oh, she now has the Phoenix mantle, so that's
Whoa. That's crazy. That's
the
crazy.
artwork
Cool.
is beautiful too.
Wow.
Refrigerator Heads. This is a black label, which has been like a murder mystery.
And then I think I have a couple of them that I noticed after this one here that I was like, ooh, these look good, and I want to put these on my list. Here's this one from Jock, Batman 1 Dark Knight, and it looks so good, Ambrosia. Have you
Mm-hmm.
taken a look at it?
No, not yet.
Oh, it looks
But
so good.
it's also a black label, which is always fun. Like,
Yeah. And it looks so good to me. It was intriguing. Let me read the quick synopsis as I pull it up. It says, when a simple GCPD escort goes sideways, Batman finds himself on the wrong end of Gotham City in the middle of a heat wave with a supervillain in tow. Follow Batman as he traverses block by block across a pitch dark Gotham City while dragging a highly difficult EMP to his permanent home at Blackgate Prison. The dark corners of Gotham City contain many surprises, and EMP plans to deliver many more shocks before the night is through. This one sounds good. It reminds me a whole lot of like I don't know if you saw the Dread with
no.
Carl Urban, right? It's so good. Like it's very much like this gritty down to like earth kind of, not down to earth, I don't this really gritty grounded kind of thing. I'm excited to read this one.
No, I think it's gonna be a good one. We also have like so many Batman titles going out right now.
Right, and then everybody's all about this Gunslinger Spawn, so I figured I'd jump on there on number 3. I'd jump on and check it out because why not? It's a freaking Spawn book. I've heard very good things about it. Let's check it out.
I've been wanting to check it out. I have issue 1, but I haven't read it yet.
Pretty cool. And then this is another black label one that I was like, ooh, look at that cover art. And then I was like, wow, I'm these black labels are just getting better and better.
They are.
This one's cool. Go ahead.
I like how like they always say like don't judge a book by its cover, but I totally do.
Look at these purples and pinks. Listen,
it's like
I've seen those covers. I've seen those colors somewhere before, Amber.
I know.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Somewhere weird. I don't know. A couple of people like. So
like
anyway.
she even has like the blue right there too.
Yeah, right. So this one is, if Selena Kyle is going to break into the Batcave at her advanced age, she's going to need a crew to help. And lucky for her, some of Gotham's craftiest former villains have time on their hands and bills to pay. But who is the mysterious OG Beast? And with political pressure mounting, how long will Mayor Harvey Dent let this cat stay out of the big house? That one sounds really cool, and it sounds like she's getting old. So
I know, advanced age.
So that one was really cool to kind of take a look at. And then so I saw this one, Darkhold Spider-Man. The cover
Yeah,
looks so cool. What
I
did you
love
think
the
about this one?
cover. I haven't been like loving the Darkhold series, so I told
Okay.
myself that I wasn't going to follow the Darkhold. I'm already following the Death of Doctor Strange and all of the
Mhm.
tie-ins there. That I
Yeah.
didn't want to get involved with another
Another
event
tie-in.
with tie-ins. So, and
I
like the
feel
Death
you.
of Doctor Strange also had a Spider-Man one as well. So I was like, I have to like say no sometimes.
I feel you on that one. And then we got scout books right here. Here's a
Ooh,
King's Vengeance here. I don't know if you this this is really good for Peter Rick. Ambrosia, this is such a good book. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
excited to read it.
I've already got it and I'm
Did
reading
you?
it. I'm reading it right now. It's so good. I'm working to maybe get an interview with him very soon. So we're gonna be talking to him. He's doing some. I heard today he's actually doing a music video shoot or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
We'll talk to him when I get a hold of him. So,
yeah.
but it's super cool. You guys got to check this out. Giving any kind of synopsis is going to give away the story because it's just such a good story. You guys got to check it out. Great artwork too. And then Impossible Jones 2 comes out is out today as well. People are loving this one. A lot of people grabbed this one up when it was in Kickstarter, and now it's coming out through Scout, and people are grabbing it up again because it's just such a good book from Kesselhan and all kinds of great people. Really cool stuff. And that's it for me, Ambrosia.
No, that's awesome. There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let's see. We got some comments here. I'm sorry, I did not see your guys' comments. John P says Darkhold series. He loves the horror one-shot stories. And King's Vengeance is amazing. And then Kevin Descent says, I will fight you both on this. My podcast next year challenge issued. Oh, fight us on what there, buddy? On Die Hard
About Die Hard being a movie or
Die
Harry Potter
Hard.
being a movie, a Christmas
Okay.
movie.
Christmas movie. All right. And then yeah, dude, John P is my partner over there at Two Scout Geeks, and you guys, we're gonna be coming back as well into 2022. So
Yay!
make sure you guys check us out and go listen to some really cool archives of our show. Check it out. Yeah, Ambrosia, I think we can spend the last little bit of this time talking some spoilers.
It was so good. I cried during like. So I had tickets for 3 nights and I only made it to 2, but
Oh my
I cried every single time.
All right. Well, this is the part of the show where we're going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. We're going to be talking about full spoilers. So if you guys have not seen the movie and you do not want to hear any spoilers, I suggest leaving now. The show is over. We literally only have about 5 minutes left. We will go over just to talk a little bit about some Spider-Man with you guys. If those who do want to stay, but you have been warned. We are going to be talking about Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. You've been warned. All right, Brosia, you cried.
Oh, so much. And
Talk to
so I cry in most Marvel movies anyways. And so the guys that we went with, they all had a bet on how many times I would cry. So they have seen it. They all saw it before me. So they were like 5 times, 7 times, 8 times. I'm like, guys, that's a lot.
They so everybody saw the movie before you. Okay,
Yes.
so okay, this is because okay, so we got to tell everybody a little bit about this. So last week, if you guys followed us, I told Ambrosia that I was probably going to wait for a while, and I may not have even seen it by the next time that we're on our stream, right? So like literally the next day, my wife was like, "Hey, guess what?" and gifted me and my son tickets to Spider-Man, right?
That's
So
so
we
sweet.
ended up going and super cool, but Ambrosia usually watches movies before me, and Ambrosia didn't get to go that day. And I was like, how was it, Ambrosia? What do you think? And she's like, oh, so Ambrosia, give them the excuse that you told me.
It wasn't an excuse. It's what happened. So it was the last day of school for teachers, and at the end of the year, they always do like a group of us have an end of the year teacher holiday party, and they kept serving me some margaritas and like I would be talking and then the host, he just knows us so well. He would just like refill our cups and then like not with just like margaritas but with like shots. And the shots
Oh
that
my
he made didn't even like taste like it. And so then I was just like, "Oh, I didn't take my last one." Okay. And then it all happened very quickly.
God.
And then so my husband and our friends are calling me cuz they're like, where are you?" And I'm like, I'm on my way." And my husband's like, "No, you're not. The movie started." And I was like, "Oh." And he's like, why don't you just stay there? And then we're going to see it tomorrow. So it's fine. He's like, "Just stay there. I'll pick you up
That's
on my
funny.
way." And then it hit me, and then I went back to my friends, and I'm like, "Guys," because they all knew, they were all so excited for me. I love them all so much. They don't know very much at all about this comic book world, and even about my secret life until they follow me on. They find me on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Did you see this girl?
And then so like they all like they were all like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "It's fine, I'm here," as I'm like crying like I was Spider-Man. And then but my husband was so good because like we came home and I'm like, "Okay, what happens?" He's like, I can't tell you."
Oh, that's so good. He's
So then I just went to bed and like I didn't talk because I
that's funny. So yeah, I got a text and I was like, "Hey, Ambrosia, we're my wife gifted us some tickets. We're getting to go. I'm literally sitting in the seats right now." She's like, "Oh, I got too tipsy and I missed my showing." And I was like, "Oh, Ambrosia, what the heck?"
I know. I don't drink. Like I joke about drinking, but I literally never drink. I drink maybe once a month, and I think I
Right,
drink
right.
for enough months.
Okay.
Um,
I need to know what was your favorite moment of the movie?
mm,
Number one, hands down, favorite movie. Say favorite part of the movie.
I think the part where they're all giving each other advice,
Yeah, that's a good part.
like there was a ton of like beautiful moments in there, but I loved like each of them giving them like, and by them, if you haven't watched, it's all that we get all three spider people. And it was
Yes.
more than what I expected. Like I really thought it was gonna be overdone, but I think they did such a fabulous job at that. But I think when it was all of them like giving advice of like, we have all gone through this pain, like you are going to, like you're gonna get through it. I'm like, oh. Also like they did a little like a little nod to like the meme of like all of them pointing at each other, like the cartoon animation meme.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when Ned was like, Peter, and all of them like
And
turn
they're
and
like,
we're like
"You're
and they're
one,
like
two,
pointing.
three."
That was
Yeah,
cute.
it's
What was your
awesome.
favorite
That's
part?
awesome. I think the first part where like everybody got real excited and clapped. What was it? It was
With
not.
Daredevil?
Yes. So when Daredevil came in, I was like, I know it. As soon as they started, I was like, the angle, like I was like, I knew it. And then I was just hoping for more. But yeah, we got Charlie Cox in the movie, and that was the first time like everybody got real excited, and it was so cool. We got
It's
Charlie Cox in there.
it's so funny that you see the level of Marvel fans. Oh, John, that was my next point. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that part broke me.
There was all
I
kinds of feels, right? So listen, so the same part where you cried, and all the way till the end, my 11-year-old son was crying too. There was a moment where he's like, "What the heck, Dad? I don't cry in Marvel movies."
I cry in Marvel movies all the time. I'm
I
just
was like, and there was one point I was like, "Hey, son, you can't be too loud."
I know. Like my level of cries would differ. Like it went from like I know. But the funny part is like there was different levels of like Marvel fans like in the movie. So you could tell like during like the first showing that I saw it that it was like all like super diehard fans because like all of them were like cheering when they saw Daredevil and
Yeah. Yeah.
so stoked. And then as like the days progressed of me seeing the movie, people's levels of cheering like went down. Like there
Yeah.
was like I think that one of our friends, he went 4 times to see it.
Mhm.
And during like the fourth showing, like no one even like there was like 1 or 2 people who were like, woo, and everyone else was like,
Oh, you're.
who is
They're
that?
like first timers.
Well, and then I keep seeing TikToks of it's like, man, who's the guy with the cool glasses? And then, yeah, I was just like making fun of like people not knowing who like Daredevil was.
Right.
Um, but so like that was fun. But yes, there's
Yeah.
so
That
many
was
parts in that
that
movie
that
that just
excited
like,
me. That excited me because I was like, all right, we got Daredevil, same universe, right? Okay, now are we going to get? Are we gonna bring back freaking the Defenders? All of them, every single one of them,
oh,
every single one of them. Maybe not maybe a movie,
I didn't
or
even think about that.
are we gonna like? How awesome would that be if we got a Defenders movie?
I would be so excited.
How
That'd
exciting
be
would that be?
so good.
Oh, with
Didn't they
Kingpin.
say?
Ah,
Well,
oh, that'd be so dope. That'd be so dope. I have not seen Hawkeye, so
okay,
don't.
I need you to watch Hawkeye because I have some questions. So,
There's I listen. I don't watch Hawkeye the night it comes out for a reason. So I'm gonna watch it after. I'm literally
wait, what's
after
your
this
reason?
stream, so that I don't blurt it out any spoilers
Oh,
out here on live on the show.
that's a good reason.
I do it for you guys. I make sure that you guys don't hear any spoilers. That's why.
That's a good
Because I don't want to
reason.
mix up any stuff up here. Because if I have it in here, I'll say it. You know what I mean? So if I don't have it up here, I will I'll throw I won't talk about it. So immediately after this, I'm gonna go downstairs and watch Hawkeye with my
Good.
son, and then I'm probably gonna watch Matrix tonight.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see because it might be too late. I don't know. But so yeah, there's so much cool stuff. But yeah, that was really cool. I'm excited about that. Kevin Descent says everyone but Iron Fist replace him with Colin. No, you hush your mouth. You know
Oh
what?
no.
Listen. I'm the one and only person here, probably in this stream and people watching, that I liked Iron Fist. Don't pull my geek card. Seriously, I liked it. Don't get mad at me. Don't hate me. Seriously.
We're not hating. We're not hating.
I liked it a lot. So I'm down with that, and let's see them all. Bring them all back. But
Yes. I am a huge like Jessica Jones stan, so I would love to see Jessica Jones in there. Just like
the one that didn't finish is Jessica Jones.
huh? Oh, the one you couldn't.
I never finished. I never finished it.
I
I should
didn't
probably
finish
go
it
watch.
either because like once we got into like it started to get too much. I don't know. It just didn't get me.
John
But
he says Iron Fist was okay. It was held back by slow choreography. I get, you know what? I think they were still. I think they were still kind of getting, new. It was new territory, right? So they were still kind of figuring things out. Now look at all this stuff. Now they're like, why didn't we throw this stuff in there? What the heck? Or why were we really trying to keep them separate, guys? Why? I think they should have done what they're doing now, bringing the Netflix universe into the MCU and all this stuff. Like that's what we were all hoping for in the first place, right? So now you guys are just like freaking finally catching up to what we wanted. You should have did it then. The heck?
yeah.
You know?
What
How-
the heck?
I don't think they would have ever been canceled if they were if they were more open to connecting them a little bit more and better. I don't know. We'll see. John says that he loves Jessica Jones. Okay, so
Me too, John. Me too.
we got Daredevil in there. And because Daredevil's in there, everybody's saying, are we going to get Kingpin in any of these MCU shows? And then people started speculating on whether what's Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character's name in this. They're like, is she gonna be Kingpin's wife? And I was like, come on, guys, if this is the same universe, we're not
Wait,
gonna.
Speculation.
Ambrosia. It was really
Who-
horrible speculation.
Who are they
She's like-
thinking of?
She you know who I'm talking about. She came out in all the other And
Oh.
yep.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about.
But I was like, that's horrible. What are you guys talking about? That's bad speculation on that one. Um,
Now, I mean, in there we did see some, well, I can't say some, but like one singular Miles Morales hint.
yeah. The part where they finally cured Electro, and he said, I thought you were gonna be black, being from Queens and all, and and he says, I just, there's got to be a black Spider-Man out there somewhere. But Ambrosia, we know that Miles Morales is in this universe. We know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how we know?
Because of his uncle Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is Aaron Davis in this universe, and my son continues to tell me every single day that there's a deleted scene where he's still stuck to the trunk, and he's on the phone or he's texting somebody or something. He's like, no, Miles, I can't make it today. I'm sorry, and whatever. So Miles is in this universe. So,
yep. Which is interesting because Donald Glover was Bendis created Donald Glover really helped create Miles,
really,
yeah. And so it would be really cool. Originally Donald Glover wanted to play Miles, but he's a little too. We need someone younger for that. Right. But it'd be really so the fact that they gave him the role of Uncle Aaron was awesome, and I think that would be if we could get Donald Glover to be in the MCU. Yeah,
he said. Kevin Descent said, "I would love Miles and Gwen cameo full costumes, so we don't even need any." That would have been cool. They did. Yes. They did do that with some of the silhouettes in the sky. Right? We saw Craven. Mm-hmm. We saw somebody who looked like could be Black Cat or Sable, up there.
I would love a live action Black Cat.
Right. Remember they were trying to do Black and Silver or whatever they're calling it, the Silver Sable and Black Cat. So that's been scrapped. Yes, we saw Scorpion, right? And thanks, John. John says Scorpion. We saw him up there, and we saw Rhino, right? In there, so we could have. Why not? Why wouldn't we see a Miles Morales or Gwen or something? That would have been way cool.
Now, do you think that what do you think that where the movie left off? Where do you foresee it going? Do you think that Miles or Peter's gonna go live his college life and possibly run into his Gwen or to run into a Gwen or?
So here we go, right? Here's the speculation. So obviously everybody at the end of the movie he erased everybody's memory and nobody knows who Peter is and all that stuff, right? Even his friends, his best friends he grew up with.
Even Happy.
Yeah, even Happy Hogan. So he's at that very end he walked away and just basically did that. Almost made me feel, is he walking away from the whole thing, the whole Spider-Man mantle and everything? It reminded me of that one scene where we saw the comic book cover with Spider-Man, the Spider-Man suit in the trash, and Peter Parker walking away from it. Are we going to see something like that? Because we do have some speculation that people are saying that Tom Holland may not want to be in front of the camera in a Spider-Man sequel to No Way Home. Which means he wants to be behind the camera, producing, maybe even directing. Who knows what he's going to do behind the camera? Everything's endless. You know what I mean? The opportunities are endless there. But what would you think what would we do if we were to? He's done. Let's say Tom Holland's Spider-Man's Peter Parker's done. Could we get a
Miles?
A Miles taking up the mantle?
I think so.
Could we get Ben
Riley?
Ben Riley? Could we get a clone?
Oh,
Ben Riley clone thing? Like remember the whole storylines when Ben Riley, the whole clone storyline came out?
Yeah.
That would be really cool to see. Go wild, go, how cool would that be?
TBH, I'm not ready for Tom Holland to be done
Right,
with
right.
Spider-Man.
He's done,
Like,
but I think it would be cool to bring in. This would be a really great opportunity to bring in Miles Morales. But how would we do that?
um,
Kevin says Black Cat is leading rumor for Spider-Man 4. I'm trying to get her first
ugh.
appearance before it skyrockets.
Oh, I
Um,
have her first appearance.
John
I
says I
got.
think she will work for the Daily Bugle, which is a large company, which is good one. Holland will be back as Spider-Man, as main Spider-Man. We will get more protect the city Spider-Man, and I believe Black Cat is planned next. So
Oh,
also at the
I'm
end of
so
the
excited.
movie, you guys also saw, we saw Venom, right? He got blipped into, he got pulled into this universe at the end of Let There Be Carnage. If you guys haven't seen that, sorry, spoiler. Um, got pulled into this universe. He found himself in Mexico. He's at a bar, all getting all drunk, right? But when he gets taken back out of that universe, there's a little piece of the symbiote that's left there. Now, I was thinking, okay, everybody was speculating because I guess the bartender is a really good actor in what's that dang show called? He's doing really good in it, and everybody's like, oh, could he be the MCU's Eddie Brock? But I don't even think it's that. This is my speculation.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Could so here we go. We ended the show seeing Flash, right? And he's still very much like into this world. He's like, yeah, I'm friends with Spider-Man, right? And all this stuff. And but anyway, could we get a Agent Venom?
That is a good possibility.
How cool would it
And
be if we got an Agent Venom?
I think that'd be so cool because like he was also like so pumped, like
Right. Also,
Flash pumps.
Marvel's trailer raises a lot of questions because it had stuff from all three Spider-Man franchises. Yeah, there was even video game stuff in one of the initial like photos of Morbius stuff. So
Oh,
yeah, I think they're just playing with us. I think that's what
oh,
it is.
and like after and this I forever have trust issues with everything now. Because like after all of like nope, and then it sure enough was like, yeah, oh, I still get goosebumps just thinking about the scene of like where all of them enter. Whew. Like my dude, I can't even tell you. Like literally after watching this movie,
Mhm.
I couldn't process it. Like that's all I could think about for days.
So I also saw that we got Ned Leeds, right? He was like saying my fingers tingle, right, and all these things, and he was able to open up portals, right? Remember my whole thing? I was like, Ambrosia in the comic books, Ned Leeds, it
Is
becomes
Hobgob.
Hobgoblin, right? So there was also a rumor that they could be leading him into a direction where he could be Hobgoblin. But from watching this, I don't know. I think they're almost kind of making it seem like he could be um, some kind of apprentice, for in the magical realm. I don't know, because that's not. I did not see any kind of hints at him being Hobgoblin at all. You know what I mean?
I
So
really hope not. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, if we had some more movies with like Ned, and if like we actually followed like the actual like comic book, like
this is a good one. John
then
says, "I'm sorry. Go ahead."
oh no. But as of right now, I'm not ready for him to be Hobgoblin. Or we can get the start of
I don't
these.
know. And so this is a good one that may pertain to our discussion here. He says, or could we be getting the universes have some merge of characters because of Doctor Strange and multiverse will change everything. That could be that could be an interesting look at things. Could the multiverse of madness change everything, where some everything gets jumbled up and people get pulled in and out of different different multiverse. How crazy could they be, right?
I am so pumped for the multiverse of madness. I'm still like mind blown that we got like a trailer
Yeah, like a
at
little
the
teaser
end.
trailer at the end.
Yeah.
For somewhere, I seen that somewhere before. I don't know where I saw that. Like, I've
Really?
seen it before with that. Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I love that. I'm all about that, but I don't know where I've seen it at. Anyway, it was really cool. Um, I'm all about some of this stuff here. I just don't know where they're going with this because it's almost like they wrapped it all up in a nice, neat little bow where they can just like forget about everybody and start brand new with something somewhere. Like check, like look at this. How many artists or artists? How many actors would do a trilogy and knock it out of the park and every single time, and then you like end on a big, huge note with a movie like this? You don't want to go and do another movie and then that one bomb, right? And then you're known for the guy who's like, oh man, you did this so good and now you bombed this one.
I
Like
don't.
I could
I
see.
don't. I was so skeptical about this movie to begin with. That like, and I think we talked about this every time we talked about like new trailers or like new movie posters and like all that. I literally took everything with a grain of salt because I was walking in with like zero expectations. So like, if I, not to pull Mary Jane, but if you don't like expect to be disappointed, or like if you expect disappointment, then like you
Mhm.
won't be disappointed. And that's what I walked in. And then literally Spider-Man is my favorite movie. And I haven't said that for a long time. So I'm just trusting the process, okay? Like,
There you
after
go.
watching this movie, I'm going to be like, you guys know what you're doing. I'm going to, like, you do your thing. And I will just sit
Right.
here and ravish in it all.
I'm right there with you, Ambrosia. I'm you guys unravel it the way it's gonna happen. Because
Yes.
look what you guys gave us here. Super super cool. What else do we have here? Spider-Man. We talked a little bit about it. They hit box office records. Second most grossing Marvel movie. Um, I don't know what it is now. It could be it's second to Endgame. So that's kind of cool.
Wow. Yeah.
Super super cool. Um oh, now they're saying third. Who knows? They're going third, second, first. Like it's like going up and down. So we'll see. By the end of this, once it starts to kind of go taper down a little bit, we'll kind of see where we're gonna go with this. But really
Okay.
really cool stuff. I'm excited, Ambrosia. I want some
I'm
more stuff like this.
I'm so
I
excited.
I think when this movie came out, hashtag best Marvel movie of all time was like trending. So and I think I don't know if I'm gonna say best Marvel movie of all time. I think I will say best of all of the three Spider-Man movies. I will say that.
This has been my favorite Spider-Man movie.
No, I think so. I think I really liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. He did a really good Spider-Man. Um, and Toby Maguire did a really good Peter Parker, and Tom Holland does both very well. So I think it's kind of cool.
They each brought something to the Peter Parker
Yeah, and I think and
to
this
the
gives me some closure with them, Ambrosia. This movie,
yes,
like,
same.
oh,
And
it was so cool.
1,000%. And you know how like there was like the whole debate of like who is like the best Peter Parker. I think like this just like why can't they all three just be like they
Right.
each have like their differences and uh one is a better Peter Parker, one is a better Spider-Man and whatever, but
Mm.
like can't we just like appreciate them and everything that they've done? However, I can never get over the Spider-Man 3 emo dancing. Um I can't unsee that.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm all about this movie, man. I want to go see it again, but it's so it's I don't know. I'll wait till it comes out, but I'm gonna watch it over and over and over again. You don't even know, Ambrosia.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I'm right
All
there
right,
with you.
Ambrosia.
Yeah,
We can go
please go
on and
ahead.
on, but we're getting it's getting pretty late. But let's go ahead and wrap a little bit up. I didn't mean to interrupt you there a little
Oh my
bit.
gosh, no, just
Um,
that I could be rewatching it 1,000 times and it was just so good.
right? Yeah, so we're almost hitting an hour and a half. So thank you guys for hanging out and watching us. We wish we could talk a little bit more about this. Maybe Ambrosia and I will like go and watch it and like actually break down things and watch and take notes and stuff like that and talk about it. But we just wanted to get some of that stuff out. Talk about. We just wanted to say, hey, there was 3 Spider-Man in this. You guys lied to us, you meanies, but we still love you because I don't want to be mad at you for giving me some.
No, and it was such a good secret.
Right? Good secret that wasn't really secret.
Yeah.
Not so secret. All right, Ambrosia. Let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
You can find me on TikTok at Comics and Cupcakes, and then my Twitter and my Instagram is Ambrosia_Linda, and then Comic Book History Lessons is coming back January, first Wednesday of January.
Awesome. And you can find me at Joey Galvez 1984 on Twitter, and you can find us at Wed Warriors Live. That's WEDWAIRRIORSLIVE at Twitter, and then anywhere you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all over the place. We're on TikTok. We'll be there under the at Geek Collective, so find us there. Ambrosia's over at hers Comics and Cupcakes, and you can find both of us working on Scout's TikTok. So make sure you guys follow Scout Comics social media. We are Scout Comics social media guru, so we will be pushing out all the cool, fun stuff that comes out weekly with Scout Comics. We love Scout, and make sure you guys go follow Scout all over the place. And they have a Whatnot now, Ambrosia. I don't know if you had they had a world premiere Whatnot last night.
No, but
it was so cool.
I'm so excited to join it tomorrow.
I think we're gonna be doing another one tomorrow. You guys, there's tons of cool stuff that they had. They had tons of rare stuff. If you guys are looking for some really cool Scout Comics, rare signed slabs, title boxes, they have mystery boxes, they have all kinds of stuff that they're going to be doing. You guys are definitely going to want to go to Whatnot and find Scout Comics. Just type in Scout Comics on Whatnot, and you should be able to find them there. Really cool stuff. You guys are not going to want to miss out. Ambrosia, thank you for hanging out with me every single week right here, and thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.